Hello everyone, this is Chinmay from Trading Cafe India. Well guys, I like to give the answers to all the queries related to price action. Well, I got many questions and I observe one thing. Now many people actually start studying at their end and they start understanding about the single, double candlestick pattern, overall chart formation, and looking at the bigger picture, they actually start taking the decision based on that. But not getting the desired result out of it. The main question is, if I'm getting a desired pattern, why I'm not getting the desired result out of it? Well again, here you need to understand right from the basic, we need to actually get the logical answer why this particular pattern form and where exactly the formation happens, so that we can actually grab our opportunity along with the small risk. Because understanding overall the pattern formation and getting the result out of it, it is the combination of making a strategy and the execution. Well, in this particular video series, I am going to talk in detail from the basics to the advanced about the single, double candlestick patterns, about the chart formation, and now here we are going to understand in detail about the overall price action. So, particular video is about the Marubozu candles. Again, I am going to talk in detail from the basic to advanced why exactly Marubozu and how exactly it helps us in the trading. Looking at the different sizes, shapes, how can we actually get the maximum profit out of it. So without wasting any time, let's get started. Well guys, in price action, well, there are few candles which actually gives us the clarity about the aggressiveness in buyers and sellers. Now I'm talking about the Marubozu candles which actually gives us the clarity. Throughout that particular candle, there was a clear dominance of buyers or sellers. Well, looking at the shapes and sizes, we get the more clarity how exactly this candle is going to play the important role in the ongoing formation. Well, now the another important thing is the placement of these candles. Well guys, I give the more importance to the Marubozu candles where I am seeing this kind of pattern where the low is equal to open. That means there's hardly any wick in that particular candle. Generally what happens when the market starts and from the start itself it starts moving rapidly in the one side. Generally we are getting this kind of formation and throughout the day the buying happens, and that's why the closing also happened near the day high. Well, generally these are very strong candles. Similarly, if the candle is actually opening at a high, so a formation is high is equal to open. Now from then it actually starts its downward journey and the closing happens near the day low. Well, these are very strong candles where the bearishness is at peak. That means people are more bearish and they are aggressive to go for selling opportunities. Let's understand on a smaller time frame what kind of opportunities are developing throughout that particular time frame. Now guys, if I am simply talking about one Marubozu candle, generally what we see on a daily time frame, it may be this is the candle where the open is equal to low and throughout the day we see a nice buying in that candle. But if I am talking about the smaller time frame, say in this particular zone where I am having the 5-minute time frame and the entire chart is representing one day. What I am having here, the open is equal to low and then the market started moving up. Well, at every single point it is going up only. But does that mean only buyers are present there? No. There are so many traders who are actually finding the selling opportunity and they will actually try to bring the market down, price down at moment. But from the buyers, it is actually taken as an opportunity, and every single time whenever price is coming down, they are more aggressively buying, and that's why we are getting higher high patterns and throughout the day market goes up. Well, this particular number of people who are buying and selling, they are creating some transactions that you will come to know in the next part what exactly I am talking about. But again, in one Marubozu candle itself on a smaller time frame, we have more buyers as well as sellers present. Now, this particular candle is actually moving and closing near day's high. That means it's an agreement from the buyer that they are actually interested to buy every single seller's position, and that's why we are getting such strong candles called as Marubozu. Now guys, we understood the construction of a Marubozu candle. I explained you along with the green Marubozu. The similar story is happening along with the red Marubozu where the sellers are more aggressive. But now going ahead, most of the people actually start connecting these particular patterns or the candlestick along with the volume. Why? Now, here's an advanced level question. So, I am getting one Marubozu and I want to see a continuation in that particular form. But what I do, I actually take the confirmation from the volume. If the volumes are high, I generally participate in that trend and I try to identify the ongoing movement. Generally what happens, people are exactly this particular point having the misconcept about the volumes. As I said, in that particular candle where the 5-minute candles form one entire Marubozu, there were a lot more sellers and buyers were present. Now, if I am talking about one particular volume candle here, can you see this particular candle is having low is equal to open, and then throughout the time it was going up. Well, it was a kind of Marubozu where I'm having a small wick at the top, but again it's a strong candle. Now what I'm also having a very good confirmation from the volume side. Does that mean it's a significant movement that I'm capturing? Along with the confirmation from volume, I'm getting one Marubozu, and just because of that I will get the confirmation that price will move further up. Well guys, this is not the story. As I said, it's just the transaction between the buyer and seller. It is not giving us the confirmation which side people will carry forward their movement. So in this particular scenario, though there were huge volumes, I'm not getting any continuation in this particular chart. Whereas I want to come up with more examples to give you much clarity on this particular topic. Now guys, in next example here, what I'm having, first candle, it's a daily time frame candlesticks where I'm having a very good volume involved. But what I'm having in this particular candle, it is showing me a long wick on the top and the body actually closed near the day's low. Well, you will tell me, if the market is moving up and I'm getting a candle which is having a long wick and a small body which is closing near day's low, it's an evening star and we may see a kind of trend reversal. But in this scenario, though the volumes are high, market is not moving further down. So these volumes are not actually carrying the momentum. So what we need to understand here, another example, I'm having more than average volumes where the price is actually showing me continuation. So sometimes these volumes are actually helping us, sometimes these volumes are actually not useful at all. Understand here, there is a concept called delivery percentage where I'm actually able to see how many people are actually carried the positions along with them in that particular day. So now guys, I'm going to provide you a I button where I'm going to provide you the NSE link where you can find the delivery percentage, and with the examples I'm going to give you the explanation which particular Marubozu candles are good, and in those candles if I'm having the enough delivery percentage, chances are good that I'm going to get a carry forward momentum. Now guys, as you can see here, I'm having the daily time frame on GSPL stock where I'm getting lots of volume bars on different level, where if you see this particular volume bar is huge, but if you look at the candle, it is also having a kind of open is equal to low and then a very good structure, but immediately I found a selling. Similarly, if you see this particular volume bar here also, it started moving up first, but then it is actually made a kind of long wick on the upside and immediate reversal come. So any particular volume candle is not able to give you a kind of similar breakout. So what we want a candle which may or may not have huge volume, but definitely a good percentage wise deliveries either on the same day or at least in last couple of days, so that we will get the confirmation that more and more people are actually buying this position. Now I'm on NSE page where I can find this particular delivery percentages. Okay, so I'm going to give you the link in the description. Again, what I want, I just go on typing the same stock, that is GSPL. All right, I will look into the last 3 months data and I will select EQ as a series and I'll get the data. Okay, now which particular date we are looking into? We are looking into the 4th April. Well, I'll go and I will check what exact activity happened in that particular day and in past 2 days. Okay, so well, on 4th of April, can you see here? Well, I will zoom it for you. Now, what I'm having exactly on 4th of April, see the delivery percentage, it is 69%. And can you see from last few days, this much delivery was not taken. And that's why, if I'll again go on chart, here, this particular candle is having volume, but more than that, it is also carrying a nice delivery positions. And that's why in next couple of days, the stock have started moving up. If you see from the close of that day, it made almost 6% in next 3 days. Well, this kind of formation we want. Let's understand with the another example. Now, guys, if you're looking at this particular stock, it's about India and it's a daily time frame. Well, what I'm having from last few days, the stock is continuously making lower low. Finally, we got a kind of reversal where the first time this is the particular candle along with the small wick, it is showing me a kind of strong bullish Marubozu. Well, if you're looking at the stock, here I'm not getting huge volume bar, but can I just check what exact story is developing at this particular point? Now, guys, I'm again on NSE page where I'm going to type the stock name and what I want the equity position where I can find in last 3 months where exactly the delivery percentage was high. Well, now if you check here, this is the particular candle we are talking about. We are talking about the 29th March candle. Well, let's understand on that particular zone. I'll just zoom it for you. If you check this particular zone, that is 25th March, 28th March, where the bottom making was in progress here. If I'll check exactly in that zone, near this particular 25th March, I'm getting huge delivery. Can you see this 77%? In last few days, I'm not seeing that much delivery percentage. Well, let's connect on chart first. Here, this is the particular candle I'm talking about. Now see, it's a red in color. And then after the first green candle appeared, well, I'm not interested on 25th March to accumulate that stock, not even on 28th March. What I want a clear candle which is forming a strong Marubozu. It may not have volumes, that is perfectly fine, but it should have a very good delivery percentage in last couple of days. Well, that happened and my favorite Marubozu candle appeared, and then after I can think about the continuation and see the stock started flying. If you see the particularly from the day's close, maybe from the next day, it made around 8% move in next 4-5 sessions. Well, that exactly we want. Well, guys, the next stock which I'm having is Kolpal. If you look at the daily time frame, here I'm getting the resistances all over, and from then I'm getting the sharp rejection. Well, first time this particular Marubozu candle is trying to break, and it successfully break that zone along with the closing above that particular zone. So what I want to understand in last few days, if there's a delivery activity happen, I want the highest delivery in that particular days. Now guys, I'm again on NSE page where I want the delivery activity in Kolpal. Well, I want it for at least last 3 months series EQ. Okay. Now in equity, I want to check what exact activity happened. Well, that breakout candle was somewhere around 10th March. So I need to check what happened near that particular candle. Can you see here? This is the 10th March. Well, exactly a day before that, on 9th March, I'm seeing a delivery percentage that is 73%. And can you see in last few days, this much delivery was not taken. So again, if I want to see a clear breakout, and before that, if I'm seeing a huge delivery percentage along with this kind of strong Marubozu candles, chances are very high that you will get a nice trend out of it. And see here, after that, almost 6% movement happen in that particular stock in next few days. Well, generally, you can think about swing trades just by looking at the pure Marubozu candles and a nice delivery percentage. I hope guys you got a clarity about the explained topic. Now, there is a group of people who actually don't want to engage along with any indicator or any kind of data. What they're asking for simple price action. Boss, I don't want to see the volumes, the delivery percentage, open interest, XYZ. I want a clear chart where I can find my opportunity just by looking at the price action. Well, that can be possible? Yes. What I need to actually have a clear idea about the support resistances and then the developing opportunities near that particular zone. So what we are trying to see here, suppose if the market is actually moving in one direction and then finally it stops somewhere here. Suppose it is actually a movement along with the daily candle, and on a weekly resistance level, I am finding my opportunity. Generally, these are the good opportunities. Let me explain you in detail how exactly we are looking into this particular opportunity. Suppose if the market is moving up and finally I am having one strong green candle near a resistance zone. Suppose this particular zone is a weekly resistance zone, and finally after that particular candle, immediately I'm finding another Marubozu candle which is equally same in length but opposite in color. Well, generally the price is rejecting the ongoing momentum and more sellers are present in the next trade, and that's why we are getting this kind of opportunity where the equal length candles are present. Both are Marubozu, but now they will result into a immediate selling, and that's why we will find our opportunity. Going ahead, after that selling momentum, I'm finding the similar setup. Here I'm getting a strong Marubozu red candle, and this candle actually appear near the weekly support level, and then after what happened? If the immediate green candle appears, again this is another Marubozu candle which is almost same in the length and in opposite color. Now what exactly happened? Logically the selling is actually reversed, or the rejection in the price action happened where the aggressive buyers are present in the next trade opportunity, and that's why we are getting a kind of trend reversal. Well, I'm going to explain you on the chart along with the different examples, so you will get the more clarity about the topic. Now guys, as we discussed, if you don't want to go through any data, if you don't want to go through any indicator, just pure price action you want to understand, and based on that you want to grab your opportunity. Let's understand how. First, what I don't want any kind of indicator here. I'm removing volumes. Well, let's go and grab our trade. Can you see after this retracement, stock continuously started moving up? Well, definitely it's an uptrend, and that's why it is a support. Exactly here we got our first reversal. I will mark it as my resistance. So next time, whenever stock will appear near that particular zone, I need to track what activity is happening. Again, it's a weekly chart on Grasim. As I've explained you, we need to mark our support and resistances on weekly time frame, and near that particular zone, if the stock is appearing, we need to check what kind of activity is happening. Now guys, I'm on a daily time frame, and can you see here this particular zone? This was our earlier resistance from where the weekly candle started reversing, and we have marked that particular zone. Now this is the particular zone I'm talking about when the stock is revisiting that particular resistance zone. Can you check here what is happening? Well, this is the first green candle where the market is first time breaking that zone. Well, most of the breakout traders will be attracted to go for finding their trade opportunity. Well, what happened? Immediately another red candle appear, which is having almost no wick, and a kind of strong candle actually cancel all the price action that happened a day before. Well, it was a perfect trap from the sellers, and the buyers got caught at a very high range. And then after, we are seeing a fall off selling. Generally, these are the opportunities you can grab on a higher time frame and on a smaller time frame. Say on weekly time frame, we are catching our support and resistances, and on a daily time frame, we are actually trying to find out this type of Marubozu candles where exact similar opposite action is perfectly happened. Now, this is what exactly we want: a weekly support resistances, and near them a kind of strong Marubozu candle which got perfectly trapped by the similar candle with the opposite color. Let me give you another example. Now guys, I'm looking into the Tata Motor on a weekly time frame. First observation, can you see from here the stock started its upward journey and finally it halted here. And can you see this particular zone was tested again and again. Now it become a nice resistance. Well, we need to understand whenever price will actually hit that zone, what kind of activity is happening. Now I will move into the daily time frame and I will show you the exact activity that I'm trying to catch. Well, can you see here when the finally price is reaching at that particular zone, what kind of activity is happening? Let's understand. So can you see on a daily time frame, as soon as we actually near that previous resistance somewhere around 530 zone, immediately a strong green candle appeared, and the next candle itself was a perfect trap as the bearish candle, a bearish Marubozu appeared. We also call them the engulfing candle. But see how exactly perfectly this candle placed near the weekly resistance, and from then the stock have started its down journey. And if you measure from that particular zone, it moved around 7 to 8% down in next 3 to 4 days itself. Well, these are the swing opportunities we can catch just by looking at the pure price action on higher time frame support and resistances and the strong Marubozu candles appearing near those support and resistances. I know guys, it was a bit lengthy video, but again I'm going to give you a little summary about this particular concept. What we have learned about the Marubozu, how the strong Marubozu emerges. If there's hardly small wick or anything at all there, it's a kind of strong Marubozu. Well, inside that Marubozu, how exactly the buyers and sellers are transacting. Now, we also come to know just looking at the volumes, it is not giving us the fruitful result. That's why we are actually explaining you along with the delivery percentage, where if the higher is the delivery percentage, chances are there it will give you a kind of continuation. Now, if you are not looking into the data, if you are not looking into any indicator along with the simple support and resistances on a higher time frame, still if you are getting a kind of cancellation in Marubozu, chances are very high that we will get a nice reversal pattern. I hope in this particular video, from the basic to the advanced, you got the clarity about the chart pattern formation and the logic behind it. Well, in this particular series, I am going to talk in detail about the different pattern in a similar way. Maybe it is an insider candle, maybe it's a doji candle, engulfing candle, and then looking into those candlestick patterns and overall chart formation along with the perfect opportunities. I hope in this particular video, you are getting the valuable content. If that is the case, do like our video and subscribe to our YouTube channel.